going to make traveling to the coast without a car faster, more comfortable, and more enjoyable than ever before. The North Coast Express was developed with a clear goal to provide a convenient and car-free option for day and weekend travelers heading to the coast. At the same time, we're hoping to reduce some of the challenges that our coastal communities face during the busy summer season, especially traffic congestion and the environmental impact of increased personal vehicle use. This project would not be possible without the collaboration of several key partners, in addition to the great folks who are behind me here, but I'll first list some other partners. I want to extend our sincere thank you to the Tillamook County Transportation District, operator of the Tillamook Wave, which also departs from here, and the Sunset Empire Transportation District. The Point bus service is also a great way to get to the coast, and we just want to acknowledge that the North Coast Express is a service that builds on the strong foundation those folks have laid for transportation access to the coast. I'd also like to thank our operating partner, Eco Shuttle, for their commitment to helping us bring this vision to life. And now it's my pleasure to welcome Congresswoman Suzanne Bonamici to share a few words. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Well, thank you so much, Finn. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I'm Suzanne Bonamici, and I'm honored to represent Oregon's 1st Congressional District. And I'm really thrilled to be here for this inaugural departure of the North Coast Express, but especially excited because where we are right now at the Sunset Transit Center, and every stop along the way of the North Coast Express is in the district I'm honored to represent, which now includes not only Clatsop but also Tillamook County. So I am thrilled that there's going to be a new and convenient transit option to get to the North Coast without a car. As someone who frequently makes the drive, I know it's going to be wonderful to open up this North Coast, one of our state's most beautiful places, to more people, and everyone should be able to be at the coast and experience the beauty and the wonder of this treasure. So with the North Coast Express, we know more people will be able to enjoy our state's natural beauty, world-class recreation, charming coastal towns, and it really is part of who we are as a state. So the Express is going to support the rural North Coast economy and also benefit the environment. This service is going to reduce emissions by cutting down on car trips to the coast and will also reduce traffic. It's not just for people who don't have a car, it's for people who don't want to drive over to the coast. It's such a wonderful option. And we know that the North Coast is one of our state's most popular summer destinations, and that means many people will be driving over on our state's highways, but until now, it has not really been accessible easily to people who don't have a car. So more people are now choosing bus services like the North Coast Express, and that means fewer cars, less traffic on the roadways. The way I look at it, this is exactly the kind of investment the federal government should be making, and I know that the Oregon Coast Visitors Association was set to receive some funding, a grant from the EPA that has been rescinded. Let me say I'm not very happy about that. It's frustrating that the Visitors Association competed for those dollars and won the funding, and then that money was, excuse me, rescinded. So I want to say that cuts like this and the rescission of this funding might seem pretty abstract to people back in Washington, D.C., but right now these consequences are felt by people here in Oregon. This, like the North Coast Express and the people out at the North Coast. This is exactly the kind of thing we should be working on for the economy and for the environment. So I'll continue to do all I can to support the North Coast Express and other smarter, better ways to improve our transportation system, but we're here to celebrate today this wonderful option for people to visit Oregon's North Coast. So I'm excited. Congratulations to the North Coast Express, and thanks for letting me say a few words today. It's great to be here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Next up, we would like to invite Gustavo Guerrero, representing Senator Jeff Merkley's office. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you all today. The senator could not be here, sends his regrets, and he would like me to read a statement on his behalf. Greetings. Today we celebrate the inaugural launch of the North Coast Express. This event marks a significant milestone in Oregon's commitment to regional connectivity, environmental sustainability, and equitable access to public transportation. This effort culminates in the extraordinary partnership between multiple organizations, including the Oregon Coast Visitors Association, Travel Oregon, Eco Shuttle, Trimet, and the Tillamook County Transportation District. The North Coast Express is the exact kind of forward-thinking infrastructure our communities urgently need. By linking the Portland metro area with key destinations along the northern coast, this project improves accessibility for residents and visitors alike while strengthening the economies of our coastal communities. Additionally, by offering a reliable and convenient alternative to individual car travel, this incredible project is also a win in our fight against climate chaos. We must continue to invest in similar projects as they are critical to building cleaner, more resilient future. I commend the Oregon Coast Visitors Association and all project partners for their leadership and efforts. The North Coast Express sets a strong precedent for what regional transportation can and should look like: accessible, sustainable, and community-driven. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would next like to invite up Ree Armitage of Senator Ron Wyden's office. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Finn. Similar boat as Gustavo. Senator Wyden can't be here today, but I have a statement from him to read. It's good to be with you all. Dear friends, sorry I can't be with you today, but I want to take an opportunity to thank Marcus and the Oregon Coast Visitor Association and Travel Oregon for the opportunity to celebrate the opening of the North Coast Express. With summer beach time just around the corner, this is a perfect time to open such an important transit option for Oregonians. I love taking my family to Cannon Beach and Haystack Rock, but we all know what it's like traveling on Highway 26 at the height of the season. Anytime we can get Oregonians out of their cars and onto transit options, it makes life better for all those visiting Oregon's amazing North Coast. I want to also stress the importance of battling for increased transportation funding. Our delegation offices championing the historic bipartisan infrastructure bill under the Biden administration. Over the last several years, our state has benefited from vital investments that have included transit dollars related to the North Coast Express. We have also experienced some of these funds recklessly clawed back under the Trump administration. Now more than ever, we need expanded transit, road safety improvements, and electrification options for Oregon's commuters. I will never stop working to provide for these investments. The Oregon coast is one of our state's cherished wonders because it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. The Oregon Coast Visitor Association and Travel Oregon are showing us how to make a difference for our beloved places. It's an honor to represent you all in the United States Senate, and congratulations again on the opening of the North Coast Express. Sincerely, Ron Wyden. Thanks, all. Almost. Keep a few extra of these. Uh-oh. Sorry.
Nope, you're good.
Put those right there for you.
He saved the day there and caught it not just once but twice. So awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. And then we'd also like to invite John Gardner, Trimet Executive Director of Public Access and Innovation. Thank you so much, John, for joining us.
See if I get this right. How's that? Folks hear me? Well, good morning. I'm pleased to welcome the North Coast Express to our Sunset Transit Center. We at Trimet are excited about this new partnership. The Sunset Transit Center is a transportation hub for Trimet and our region. It's one of our busiest transit stations, serving both the Max Blue and Red lines, and is served by 5 bus lines as well. About 20,000 Max riders get on or off the trains at this location every week. Sunset is also a regional center for bus services across the west side, including Trimet's electric buses, which charge their batteries here during layovers. We're proud to work with partners like the Oregon Coast Visitors Association to give people access to explore even more of Oregon through the North Coast Express. Like this new partnership, Trimet also connects with people on another scenic treasure on the other side of town. From the Gateway Transit Center over in Northeast Portland, you can take the Columbia Boards Express to Multnomah Falls, Cascade Locks, and Hood River. At Trimet, we believe partnering with other transit providers is an innovative way to get people out and about exploring our beautiful corner of the world, especially those who have limited access to modes of travel. We've seen why these partnerships work and how they can make the region better. As you know, at Trimet, we're always trying to encourage people to get out of their car and ride transit instead. Here at Sunset, we have 3 levels of parking that are free, and now you can take a day trip to the beach on transit. Because we all know that traffic to the coast can be a headache. And just like Trimet's buses and trains, the North Coast Express will take cars off the road and reduce traffic pollution as well. That means less stress for our roads, less stress on our environment, and less stress on you when you let a professional do the driving. And this new service creates opportunities for people in our region who don't have a car to get out and see some of the best the Oregon coast has to offer. This is a wonderful, innovative solution you've created to connect folks from across the Portland Metro to our beautiful coast, and we appreciate your partnership, and we're glad to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. We are so excited to be in partnership with Trimet and access their extensive collection of infrastructure resources from the Sunset Transit Center. And lastly, thank you so much from Travel Oregon. We have Allie Gardner. She's going to close us out here. Thank you, Allie.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here. At Travel Oregon, our vision is of a welcoming destination for all, where tourism drives economic prosperity, benefits the environment, and celebrates rich and diverse cultures. This means increasing access to remarkable experiences for visitors and enhancing or improving livability for residents. We take resident sentiment on tourism very seriously. It's one of the main key performance indicators we use to measure the success of our vision. We want Oregonians to feel that tourism positively impacts their lives. After all, we live here too, and we understand the headaches that come when a destination is a little too well-loved, particularly small rural communities on the North Coast. And we've all driven 26 to the North Coast and back on a summer Saturday, and we get it. It's not easy. And as Oregonians ourselves, we also care deeply about respecting the environment, and we're passionate about sustainability, sustainable travel. As part of this commitment, Travel Oregon offers a variety of resources for sustainability-minded travelers, including electric vehicle itineraries, guides to biking routes. We promote locally sourced foods and goods and makers, car-free trip inspiration, and funding innovative initiatives like the North Coast Express. Because we know that a nonstop, car-free, and parking-free transportation option to get travelers from Portland to the coast and back in the same day is going to take cars off the road. It's going to reduce parking, congestion, and traffic. It's going to enhance livability and the visitor experience. At the same time, it's going to increase access to the coast for those of us who don't drive or don't own cars, all while lowering carbon emissions. We're so grateful for the vision, innovation, and leadership of our wonderful partners at Oregon Coast Visitors Association, the other speakers here today, as well as the work of our federal delegation to help support this project. And we wish the North Coast Express many happy and impactful rides and returns. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you all so very much. Thank you, everyone, for sharing kind words about this Express. I will now invite everyone here to make a little trip that way. We have the North Coast Express getting ready to depart. Thank you all for showing up, and we're about to launch, so let's head that way. Oh, yes. And thank you all so much. This is from Trimet. This is from Chris.
Can I? You go? Can I ask you a couple questions?
We're doing it together. We're waiting for him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just thinking we do it together, right? Okay, cool. Where do we want to set him up? Facing?
I don't want to put you. Yeah, the bus will be right back unless you want this to stay because of the shade.
Yeah, it's either putting him in the sun or leaving him in the
That's fine. We'll keep him here.
Right here? Perfect.
Keep that. Thanks.
Do you want me to hold the mic? Yeah, of course. Perfect. First things first, like I said, you just look at me the whole time.
Okay.
But will you state and spell your first and last name?
Yeah, my first name is Joel, Joel. Last name Barron, Barron.
And then you are on the inaugural run for the North Coast Express. Where are you heading?
I'm heading all the way to Astoria.
And right before we went on air, you were telling me that you've been planning this for a while.
Yeah, I got this. I get a lot of the Trimet alerts, and I saw this come into my email, and I've been wanting to go to the coast for a while, but I don't go because of the traffic, and it's such a hassle to drive and park because everybody has the same idea to go up at the same time. So this was perfect. Leave the driving to somebody else, and it was an easy way to get there.
You kind of touched on this, obviously, with your last answer, but what kind of benefits does this offer you and then others who are going to join you on the trip?
Oh, well, it's great. I love the public transit in Portland. I live in Portland, so I rode the Blue Line right here, and now I'm riding the bus all the way to the coast, and I don't have to drive, I don't have to spend extra gas, and I don't have to add to the traffic and congestion.
This is your first time to Oregon's coast?
No, I've been to the coast, but like I said, I usually drive, and that's why I don't go as much as I'd like to.
Awesome. How long have you been preparing for this?
Probably, I think I saw this at least a few weeks ago, and I happened to take time off just specifically so I could do this.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. You guys have any other questions?
Was it convenient to do? Do they offer certain times? Or how often does the bus run?
Yeah, I thought it was really perfect because it has multiple stops because I'm going all the way to Astoria, but I think in the future I'm going to try the other routes going to like Tillamook and and stopping in Cannon Beach and stopping in the other places. So.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There you go.
Good work.
I was going to ask you, how often does the bus run? Is it once a day?
It's once in the morning, so it's out in the morning and then back in the evening. So it's just once per day. And then there's a midday route on the coast so you can get around the 5 destinations when you're out there. But it's just one departure in the morning and back in the evening.
Cool. Makes sense.
Hey, thank you so much for coming out.
Betcha. Have a safe. Are you going?
Yeah, I'll be on
Have
that.
a safe trip.
Yeah, appreciate it. Wow.
So wait, they had 2 buses?